in 2018. SPAACES new forms of contemporary art and community collaborations. SPAACES addresses the need for affordable art studios and for Sarasota Artists. Marianne was born in New York. She received a Bachelor of Fine Arts from Buffalo State College, Masters of Fine Arts from Indiana University, and she's been teaching fine art at the college level for 20 years. Buffalo State College, the Ringling, University of Tampa, Santa Fe University, and Indiana University. And I really like this. She says that, as an architect I really like this, she is interested in the human need for a sense of place and the idea of home. So please welcome Marianne Chapel.
Thank you. Okay, I guess I'll just go right for it. So, this is my husband and I in Panama, Central America. In 2011, we sold all of our personal belongings and decided we were going to move out of the country. And we did that, but we quickly realized, long story, very short, that we had to come back to Sarasota because Sarasota is where we belong and Sarasota is where we feel like home. So when I returned to Sarasota, I decided I really wanted to be part of the art community and I really wanted to work with artists. So I created an art space called SPAACES that provides an art gallery and artist studios. These are two of my artworks. They are encaustic wax and they're 36 by 48 inches. And these works stem from my thoughts that happened from when I was traveling. Mostly I was reflecting on Maslow's hierarchy of needs and whether those are satisfied or not by a country's infrastructure. And I often look at boundaries and land and nations and those kinds of ideas. So this goes with that, those two previous pieces. These are sculptures that I create out of found objects. And all of the pieces are part of a series called Construction, Reconstruction. And in that series, I'm thinking about housing trends and urban overbuilding and how the environment is affecting how we build. This is the show, Construction, Reconstruction in Tallahassee. And you can see in the center of the gallery, I made these freestanding sculptures. The geometric forms are made of wood that I created, and then I encased them in wax. And then on the walls, I have little houses, and the houses I made out of wood, and they are on stilts, and they also are encased in wax. And those represent water surges and ocean rising. This is me and an artist, Peg Tresavante, talking in the SPAACES gallery. And this show was a photography show with the local artists, Selena Roman, Karen Arango, and Noelle McLeaf. And it focused on women's and girls being seen or how they're seen psychologically and physically. And the name of the show was Now You See Me, Now You Don't. This was an artist, Brittany Watkins, who showed in the SPAACES Art Gallery, and Brittany responded to a call to artists that I put out. All I asked for was a proposal that dealt with a specific theme, and her theme was the strongest. She deals with consumerism and hoarding and the fine line between over-consumerism and hoarding. And she built this whole installation in the space over 7 days. Painted the walls, everything. It was phenomenal. This is a community exhibition that I had that I put out to the community as another open call, and I wanted the community to submit artwork with no administration fees, so they didn't have to pay a fee to enter, and there was no content requirement, and there was no judgment, so everyone was accepted. And I wanted to talk about inclusivity in the art world and affordability in the art world. This is a show I did recently working with teenage girls. It's called Socially Engaged Artwork. And the teenage girls were 13 through 16. And I'm really interested in new forms of pedagogy where I can strengthen innate intuitive ways of making art. So I wanted to see how the girls would make art with no instruction. And I also was encouraging them to think out of the box and invent things. This is an artist, Claudia Ryan. Claudia Ryan is a Sarasota artist. She is amazing. She's exciting and energetic and dedicated and disciplined. She goes to her studio every day and works really hard. But her studio is falling apart and it's dangerous, not safe. So she's one of the artists that has inspired me to try to create affordable and safe art studios in Sarasota. So that is my project now, to really move that forward. This is studios being built right now in the SPAACES Art Gallery and studio space. And SPAACES is to bring cutting-edge, new forms of contemporary art to Sarasota, Florida. And it's also to create affordable art studio space. And what I'd like to do in this space is to have more experimental art, different kinds of art that we usually don't see in Sarasota. So thank you.